Welcome to part 2 of the cyberpunk street scene. In this video I'm going to be doing a number of little things, and probably nothing too major, not as major as this, but there are some things that I want to fix up and move on a little bit. So I'm going to select that one that I had put on. I don't want a mean crease on there. Still not certain about the curvature of that, but yeah, that's something to talk about later. All right, I just want to come in here and do a little bit of work on these first of all. So I'm going to shut off the array and just focus on that guy there. And first thing that I want to do is I want to go into edit mode on everything, and I've decided, I think, that I want to move that over to the side and not have it right in the middle. So I am able to do that. All right, now I'm going to select something, just bring my 3D cursor there. I want to put a little design on there. You know, I really probably should be doing this in texture, but I know a lot of you don't have Substance Painter, although I will be using that later. So I'm just sort of doing more than I should in geometry. So I'm just going to do something here. Let's try this. I'm going to go into wireframe and I'm going to get rid of that. So I've just got this, and I'm going to create a face there, create a face there. I've that one selected and that one selected, and I'm going to bevel 1, 2, 3, let's say, and shade smooth, and maybe I'll flatten that a bit. And I just thought I would have some kind of a thing. I mean, this will collect dirt in Substance Painter, so I'm talking about Substance Painter, and I'm just going to put a couple of these on here, you know, for something, for some texture. Texture, geometry. These things are flipped, so let's recalculate that. All right, next thing I want to do, another thing I should be doing in Substance Painter, I'm going to drag an edge loop down through there, and yeah, okay, that's not going to affect those. I can adjust that and create a little indentation on this, E&Alt-S, and bevel here with 3, and an edge loop this way and this way, so just little bits. All right, not sure about these. Let's go into individual origins and scale in the X and just see. And if I was to just bury them a little bit more down about there, yeah, okay, whatever. Maybe we'll put a little tag on there. I'm going to bring in a plane, rotate it, all right, something like that. Extrude it back and get rid of the back, flip it, and I will bevel this by hand or manually, whatever you call it. So select these edges here like that and that, and yeah, we're trying to get used to using 3 instead of 5, and I'm not quite over it yet. Something like that on there. So let's join that, and I just think I want one more. All right, we're going to join those. Let me just go with it. All right, I'm going to come over to this side here, and I'm going to take this, Shift D to duplicate it, pull it out, scale it down a bit, and let's break it out for now. And let's get rid of that array though. And extrude it back, get rid of the back face. Take this eye to inset, E to extrude. We'll just come back and delete that actually. Or will we? Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, now I'm going to grab all of these edges here. And we're going to bevel those with 3. And this one. Bevel those with 3. And take that and push it on and make some kind of like a vent thing. Let's flip it. Okay, we could work in there. So let's now take an edge and just build it up. No, we'll take this face actually. And Shift D, pull it up, scale it a bit. I'm going to break it out, just make it a little bit easier. Extrude up like that. And we'll take the front of it and we'll scale that in the Z. We'll sort of pinch it down. I'm going to Shift H so I can focus on that. Come around to the back and get rid of actually the back and the sides. Okay, turn that off now. And grab these edges and bevel them with 3. Like that. Okay, Alt H to bring that stuff back. And then we'll take this and I'll rotate it in the Y. Actually, I'm going to scale it in the X a little bit. Actually, let's back up. Scale that in the X a little bit. And rotate that in the, what did I say, Y? Let's try that. Maybe a bit more. Rotate it, not that, like that. And pull it up here. That might be a bit long, so we'll see if I like it like that. And I'm going to array this in the Z, negative Z. So 0 out the X. Let's just make sure that they are in. I'm going to scale in the Y. Yeah, okay, it's in. Increase the count. Maybe I could make it shorter, maybe something like that. Okay, we'll look from the side and go into wireframe, box select, and pull this up so it fits. And just to have something there. Okay, maybe that's enough. All right, so I'm going to apply that and join it to that and join it to the main body. And this is what I've got. And that's okay if this overlaps that. I was thinking, nah, let's just leave it like that. Okay, so those back, and this is what we have. Just for a bit more detail there. All right, let's come over here now to this, and I'm going to make some kind of a connection. I'm going to take that circle, Shift D, slide it down and scale it out a bit, P to break it out, and really simply, it's funny, my son was playing Uncharted today, and I was seeing a bunch of signs, and I was getting him to stop. Took a few pictures with my cell phone. You know, let me see that. Let me research that. And he was like, I want to play the game. And I'm like, I just got to take a quick picture for reference. Let's do E and Alt S and pull that in and delete those faces. Let's start with something like that. Okay, so let's bevel this. And what I was thinking was, yeah, okay, really simple. And this is what it kind of looked like. Let's just focus on that. Yeah, from underneath. And select, bring my 3D cursor there and bring in a cube. I don't use the cube a lot, but for this, it's what I need, I guess. Yeah, okay. I can even get in here and delete that face. And then I'm going to take that one, just pull it down. I'm actually going to delete that face. And so let's slash and see what it's like. Okay, so I'll take this and move it down a little bit, you know, even to there. And that's kind of what I'm going to be going for. I'm just going to scale Shift Z like that. Okay, so now I'll bevel these edges and then I'll join it to this circle. All right. right, so I've got that. Shift D. Let's do another one. And let's double check. Okay, for that part anyhow. Okay, so that one's hanging. This one, I almost don't even need anything, but I mean, I really was thinking about doing something. And if I did, what I would probably do is duplicate that circle, P to break it out. And how about if we give it some thickness already? Do it like that. And I'm just going to scale it down a bit. And what I was thinking was, I'm going to look from the front. We're going to, no, I don't need to go in the wireframe, do I? I will, but I was thinking of getting rid of those. Let's get rid of that. And then I have this and these. And I was thinking this. Extruding them out, I can adjust the position of that and move it back a little bit. And then E and SZ. Oh, I'm in individual origins. SZ. Having them come up like that. You know, when a bolt would go on there, but I would probably not do the bolt unless you were going to look from the back. And again, this may not be even worth doing. I'm going to bevel that with 3. I might want to bevel that as well. And let's just take this smaller and try E and Alt S and C. Okay, now we're getting some problems. Okay, so if I look at this here, I'm flipped, so I'm going to flip, and I better just do that just in case. Let's go back to this. So let's just focus on that. I don't want them overlapping. Okay, a little bit of thickness there. And then I guess I really have to bevel. And it might be a waste to even do this at all. But on the other hand, I think I'd feel better if I thought that there was something holding it. So I'm going to have to click a number of times around here to get everything. And yeah, let's make sure we get everything. I think we got it. We may have some trouble in here. Probably not. Let's shade. So let's do a control 1. Yeah, and GX. That's pretty close anyhow. So yeah, let's look from that back area there, and let's just put one there, duplicate it to there, and one more out there. So I don't know, you'll never see it. So I don't know why I did it, but it's done. Okay, I'm thinking of a door here. I may or may not get to that, but I'm also thinking about these are going to be like emission textures. I think if they're letters or numbers or arrows or something, it depends if it's a graphic sign, you know, with pictures, it still would probably have an emission. But to do sort of like the neon effect, I would probably just use emissions in Blender or in Substance Painter. But I also was thinking about drawing like a neon tube, not necessarily following the letters. I could look at that later if we're interested. But here's what I was thinking just for now. And this sign, I might want to go ahead and bevel it. So I'll do that, and then I'll show you what I was thinking. And I'll just put on a quick emission, and we're going to have a look at it. And I might do it slightly differently in the future as well, in terms of the material, not just emission. Okay, I just wanted to do that. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking anyhow. I'm going to select there, bring my 3D cursor there. In fact, let's just focus on that, and 3 to look from the side. I'm going to bring in a plane, rotate Y 90, and I don't even really have to rotate. I just want to get it down. Yeah, all right, never mind. I'm going to pull it out a little bit, and I'm going to merge at center. I just want that 1 point. Yeah, okay. So I'm coming up to about there. And I want it a little bit off. And so what I'm going to do is just trace the outline first of all. E, pull it out to roughly there. We can always move this. Okay, E down to here. E. And I'm going to make it come up to about there. And I'm going to choose both of those, and I'm going to press E, and those would go back in. And, you know, so you see, it would be like a tube that goes all the way around. So now I just need to, it's not going to be overly large or visible. I'm just going to pull it out and do it, you know, make it a bit more substantial. So now I'm going to select and do some beveling on these corners, so it's a little bit more rounded. So let's try this. Shift Control B, pull, and 3 is probably enough. It is pretty small as it is. All right, so we have that. Although might be nicer with a bigger curve. It might look more realistic. Let's see. Shift Control B. I'm going to try that again. I'm holding Shift. I'm just thinking if I do that, is it a bit more rounded? Yeah, okay. All right, now I'm going to convert this to a curve, and let's do this, right? So you get the idea. Shade smooth. And then you can put supports on it too, you know, attaching it to the sign. I'm not going to bother with that. And so let's say it was something like that. So I'm going to convert that to a mesh. I'm going to change the resolution to, we'll go with 3, and convert to mesh. So there I've got, I can still edit it if I want to. And what I'm thinking is I will take this, let's go to shading. And just for this, let's put down a temporary material. Let's call this, I will call it neon. Neon is one of the noble gases that are used. It's a very bright, responsive gas to electric current. You know, whereas you can use hydrogen, you can use argon, you can use krypton, but neon gives that nice reddish orange glow. But I'm going to call this neon emissive. And I'm actually going to change that. And here is where I may not use this setup, but just for now, and I'll just choose anything like almost like it is a neon. Whatever, we'll go with that. And let's go for a strength of like 25 just to see something. I'm going to come over here and put on ambient occlusion, bloom in particular, and all these things because I'll probably use them eventually. And let's just look at that. I could just do that. So that's kind of what I'm going for. And if I decide I even really want to do this, and then I can have I'm going to have like 4 or 5 symbols in here. They may be in like little squares, or they might just be sort of like Asian symbols, you know. And there's my, you know, neon tube. And what I thought I could do is I could use that elsewhere. And so because of that, I was thinking maybe I don't want this to be indented. Maybe I want it flat. I think just for now, I'm going to change this and go back to, I'm going to delete that and just fill in that face. And let me just look and see. Yeah, I'm just going to pull this like that. Okay. I'm gonna bevel this, and then I'm gonna copy over that neon tube to this one and change the color, and we'll have a look. All right, so let's do this. Control B. We're going with 3 these days. I'll bevel the front and the back. Okay, like that. I'm going to save, and I'm going to take this, and I'm going to Shift D to duplicate it, pull it back. Let's just focus on those 2 things from the side. Take that. I'm going to go into edit mode and G. And I mean, you can have it a different orientation if you want, or the same where, you know, like these 2 ends are right near the top. So I'll do this. Okay, and then in wireframe, I will box select this, pull it down near the bottom, and this. So we've got another one there, and this one will come over here. So we have the same material. Let's hit this, and let's call this, you know, emissive 2. I mean, because I may have other emissives, you know, for lights and stuff. So I don't know what color to make this one. We could try that. And in fact, let's /key. Let's have a look at both of these just on their own like that. Okay. So yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing anyhow, and that's what I've done. And this one, I won't do that for this one. Okay, so that stuff's done. We had a small change to the air conditioners. Yeah, and we did the neon sign stuff. Let's have a look over here. You guys are going to need to move a little bit, please. You won't be staying like that anyhow. Whenever I have to cut into a wall, I just get a little depressed because I don't know. It's serious business. We can always fix these things, but okay. Well, let's think about it. Let's think about bringing an edge loop in here. I'm kind of looking at this for, you know, kind of centralness, and it doesn't matter that much. How tall would we want this door? I think that's too wide. It could be wrong. I just want this one. I'm going to start, I think, with that. And so what I'll do is I'm going to extrude this back so I have a little bit of this. And I may, yeah, let's do that. P to break it out. Let's take this as a potential door. Okay, so what do we got down here? We still have that. And I'll just extend the floor back, right? And I'll snap it to back there. May go back further, but I've got the doorway entrance in case I want to use that. And now, do I want a frame that goes all the way around, or do I want just the 3? I think I'm going to do all the way around. So I think I'm going to take this, bring it back, just imagine it's there. I'm going to duplicate it again, pull it out there, P to break it out, and so I'm going to chop this one up a bit. Let's try this. Let's I to inset, bring it in, not a lot, just a little bit, and get rid of that. So I have that piece there. I'm going to extrude that back and flip it. So I've got that there. So I'm thinking of a tile or concrete, you're wrapping underneath there. Just have that there. What I could do is I could select this, and I could did I get all of them? I could get so that it's not fighting with the wall that as much. I could get rid of that. I'll just leave that there. And although what do I have back on here? Okay, let me it's that. Yeah, okay, this is what I wanted to grab. I wanted to just bring that out to there. In fact, I can get rid of those. So I got like a little frame in there. Now, come here, Mr. Door. Okay, you're there, right. All right, I'm actually thinking of a double door, and what I'm thinking, so is that right in the center? I want a section there. I think actually before I do that, I'm going to take this, my door, and I'm going to hide inset and bring it in so I have a little bit of a frame there. And let's do it this way. Let's get rid of that. And let's take this back out here. And we'll give it some thickness. So that's a door. Let's make sure it's facing the right way. Okay. And then I was thinking for this part, I'm going to take this face, Shift D to duplicate, bring it up. And I'm going to, I'm just getting some thickness on this thing. Let's break this out. It's not going to be like that. I'm going to scale this in the Y a little bit. And I want to get this kind of in the middle of the door. I can start it there. And I'm going to focus on those two things for now. There's the front. Okay. And what I can do is, if I think that's what I'm going to want, yes, then I'll Shift H to focus even on just that, and I can get rid of those, and I can bevel, and I'm not going to get rid of the back in case I swing the door open or something. So yeah, let's just do this. I think I brought everything back. Okay, back to just these guys. So want that there. And then the idea is I'll use this again. Shift D. I'm going to rotate Y 90 and scale in the Y so it's thinner than that and the bottom. I'll break it out. Let's just go ahead and give this a little bit of thickness, not too much. Okay, I'm going to scale this in the Y. I just want it to fit a little bit more snug in there. Okay, Shift H now to focus just on that. Get rid of that face and that face. Let's flip that. And then bevel. Oops. That one, that one, that one, and that one. I did it again. All right, now should I array this? Actually, I'm going to not screw around with the heights. Make sure. That might be the easiest way to do this to be accurate. So array the X. And I'm thinking that I want to try to have 5 of them. And I wanted them to be as equal as I could get them. Or reasonably equal. Okay, there's one thing that I need to do there that I may have forgotten. Let's duplicate those. GZ. Okay, let's see if I can still do what I wanted to do. I think I can. I want to inset. So I'll have to change something there. Just on that one. And it doesn't have to be that deep either. Even like just like that. Okay? You can see kind of where we're going with this. So with that done, I'll come in here in wireframe. And we'll grab this stuff. Oh, it's just the one. Okay, pull it back up to there. Now I can have a look at all of these. Okay, this is what we're getting so far. I'm going to bevel this door a little bit. Not much, because you know, I don't want it to be too crazy. And I'm going to go ahead and do the front and the back. What the hell? Yeah, I didn't do that much, but and then in behind here, I might actually go down to 4 so I can have bigger spaces. Let's try it with 4. Four is probably going to be okay. I was going to have a design. Let's take this. Is that rounded there? No, just okay. That's fine. You can do individual pieces, or you can. No, that's flipped. Just this piece here. Or you can do one big one. But in Substance Paint, well, it just depends. Let's break that out and do it separately. So, what I was thinking was, I was going to do a pattern in Substance Painter with transparency, but I mean, you could, let's see, break this up like this, maybe another one. It's not quite, I'm going to actually move it over here. What if I subdivide one more time? Is it too much? Let's try Control F, poke faces, and Control F tries to quads. And then I twice, I, pull it in, not too much. X faces. So this is not exactly what I'm thinking of doing. I'm thinking of doing something else in Substance Painter, but you know, you see. And then if maybe I'll do this as a block out. It's a lot of polys, but if I just do it, just for the hell of it. So then what I would do is, do I want to do it that way? Yeah, unfortunately that one's not quite the same size. It's okay if it goes there. Okay, I'll set the origin of geometry. Shift D. And what I'll do is I'm going to join those together. I'm going to save. So I mean, it's a ridiculous amount of polys. If I just shade smooth without a bevel, I get that. And that might be okay. I'm not going to look at it too close. It gives you the impression that it's a nice thing. Now, did I lose those in that? Okay. Well, I'm going to just duplicate that down. Okay, not quite. Maybe I have to scale these. Let's look at wireframe. Yeah. I could be wrong. I could have a copy of those, and because I went into Shift H. I don't know. Okay. If I try to move those a little bit, yeah, okay, I think I can. This is kind of what I'm going for. All right. Now, how is this? Is this? Yeah, okay. Let's save. So I'm going to take this stuff. Is this stuff arrayed? Yeah, I'm going to apply the array. Okay. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to merge by distance just to see if anything happened. No. And I might do some kind of a handle on this. Let's slide that back in there. Yeah. Set origin to geometry. Let's pull it out to there. And I was thinking that behind that would be another door. That's like the screen door, kind of. So let me grab that and Shift D to duplicate it, P to break it out. But for now, I'll just fill it and push it in behind. I could just give it some thickness, and although I really wouldn't need a back face on that one. And let's hide that. And that is facing the right way, you know. And then I could put some details on that, and maybe just for the moment, so it seems like a door. Well, which it does, but I would just put something that seems like a handle on it. All right, just something really simple like that. But you know, but give this a little bit of a bevel. So just grab those edges, and then if I want to come up with something else later, I will. Okay, this is just do that, and just do that, just so it catches me the light. So let's see if I get a door. Yeah, and then I could put signs here. All right, so where does that leave me? That leaves me right there. So I need to do some more wires and pipes and various other things. Oh yeah, I wanted to, sorry, one more thing. I was considering, I should have kept that selection. And I was considering taking this and using this as well. I'm going to duplicate that out, break it out, and so make a nice stack of vents. I get rid of the array, and I'm going to rotate Z. Is it -90? Yes, it is. And I was thinking that this guy is going to come down here. I'll scale it. I'm going to rotate Y 90, so it's in that orientation. I just thought I would reuse that over here. And maybe in a couple of places. Come on, get in there. Yeah, so it's in there. Okay, so I need to give some more thought to some building structures before I come back and do a bunch more details. But there are going to be some lights attached to surfaces, some hanging lights, wires and more pipes, and all of that stuff. All right, so it wasn't too much of an update in this part 2, but there is more to come. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you'll join me for part 3. I hope you're liking this. and we'll see you again soon.